Today, our country celebrates the memory of the birth of Martin Luther King Jr., certainly a prophet of our times in speaking for racial justice and social justice in our nation. And it's a time for us, as I'm praying, using the Mass for peace and justice today, to pray that that will continue to grow in our country, a deep respect for all people, regardless of their race, of their origin, their nationality. All people are children of God, and to be respected as such. The letter from the Hebrews today speaks about Jesus, the priest. The word priest for about the first 7 centuries was used only in reference to Jesus. He is the eternal high priest. There were several other titles given to clergy, priests who were ordained to act in the person of Christ, but they were not called priests till around the 7th century. And the important thing is that a priest is a bridge between God and people. Jesus is the ultimate bridge. He comes as divine from heaven. A bridge expands 2 places. We see so many wonderful bridges, even in our own city, that expand 2 parts of the earth. And so a bridge, in this spiritual sense, Jesus is divine, coming from heaven. And he comes to earth in his humanity, takes his humanity from us through the Virgin Mary. And so he is the bridge between us and God. And the priest, the ordained priest today, acts in that same manner, to be a bridge between the people and God, to bring people closer to God. It's an awesome responsibility for us ordained priests, and it is one that we do not take lightly. It says here that we can deal patiently with the ignorant and erring because he himself is beset by weakness. We priests kneel in the sacrament of penance too to confess our sins because we are human and fail at times. But at the same time, through the ordination, through the sacrament of holy orders, Jesus makes us another Christ so that we can offer this sacrifice of the Mass, celebrate the sacraments, and do as Jesus did in his life. It's an awesome, awesome role to fill. There's the priesthood of the laity we receive through baptism. We are all called to live and bring the light of Christ to the world by reason of our baptism. And so today as we're recognizing that Jesus came and died for all people of every race and nation that would ever live, we need to continue to pray for racial justice in our country and our world. Just because of the color of skin does not make a person any less human, and we have to recognize that. Prejudice is an awful sin, and we need to pray that it continues to grow. We've made a lot of progress since Martin Luther King was born and since he was martyred, and we need to continue to make more progress as well. And it's through coming to the sacrifice of the Mass that we connect with Jesus, and we're able to see things more clearly as Jesus sees them because he's within and among us. So today we thank God for making us his children, for sending Jesus to be our priest that draws us closer to God each day. And we ask him to help us with the Holy Spirit to live our calling, to bring others to Christ. Let us stand and offer our prayers and petitions.